And then up in the on the top floor where the servants used to live, Peter Asher had an L-shaped room done out in Norwegian wood, and next to it, in this tiny little room, the maid's room, next to the lavatory, was where Paul McCartney lived, and he'd been there for years. He moved in April '63 or something, and this is already '65. And Paul was in there with a little single bed. Next to the window was a cabaret piano, one of those low enough so you can look over the top and way at the audience, which is where, of course, he composed things like Yesterday. And then there was a huge wardrobe. Sort of. One day, in fact, Peter asked me if I'd get some socks from Paul's room, because he was changing for us to go out. And I opened one of the sock drawers, which was filled with dollars, wads and wads. I mean, obviously, they'd come back from an American tour, with dollars stuffed in the guitar cases, and Paul had forgotten all about it. So there was $1,000 there. And the only reason you would have known it was a Beatles room was the electric bass, the Beatles stenciled on the case. So that was the wonderful Hofner, violin-shaped one. And then under the bed were piles and piles of gold records, which occasionally sort of slid out and got sort of kicked and chipped and stuff. Quite extraordinary, really.